Time now 5:03 this morning. In just hours, the federal government will run out of money if a funding deal isn't reached. Today, the Senate is set to vote on a last-ditch measure to prevent a government shutdown. Talks have stalled, and Democrats, they're demanding health care protections are included in the deal, but Republicans say time's up. Tina Kraus has the latest.
The federal government could run out of funding in less than 24 hours unless Congress cuts a deal.
I think we're headed to a shutdown because the Democrats won't do the right thing.
A White House meeting yesterday between President Trump, Vice President J.D. Vance, and leaders from both parties ended with lots of finger pointing and no breakthrough on an agreement.
It's in the president's hands whether to avoid a shutdown or not. He has to convince the Republican leaders.
The Republican-led House passed a short-term bill to keep the government funded at current levels through November. But congressional Democrats have put up a counteroffer to keep things running through the end of October. They also want to permanently extend Affordable Care Act subsidies, set to expire at the end of the year, and reverse funding cuts to Medicaid. President Trump and Republicans say the Democrats' demands are unreasonable.
They're going to have to do some things because their ideas are not very good ones. They're very bad for our country.
If there is a shutdown, Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid payments will continue, though national parks and museums will close.
The TSA is warning that you could expect long lines at airports if the government shuts down. The U.S. Travel Association says the industry could also lose $1 billion a week due to possible disruptions at airports and railways.
And Warner Robins could feel the effects of a federal government shutdown as early as Wednesday, some people tell us, and its effects could reach far beyond the base's gates. Robins Air Force Base contributes more than $4 billion to Georgia's economy and employs over 22,000 people. That makes it the state's largest single-site employer. Now, if there is a shutdown, non-essential civilian workers will be furloughed and military personnel will work without pay until Congress reaches a deal.
Of course, it's a concern, but I think all the trials and tribulations that we have been through, we've always overcome. I feel like if it was to happen, that we will get through it just like we have everything else.
According to the Military Times, military personnel are guaranteed back pay after a shutdown ends, but the timing of paychecks for civilian workers depends on when a funding agreement is reached.